let's just talk about Zubimendi for a moment. Say if they bring in a Tonali or somebody like that, right? Yeah.
Tonali, Zubimendi.
Like, you know,
it's completely different
at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, Zubimendi at this moment in time is not first choice at Arsenal.
Really?
He isn't. Declan Rice and Miles Lewis-Skelly were in front of him last season.
I mean, yeah, that's only because Martin Zubimendi had played more minutes than any Arsenal player.
That's a fact. Yeah, and I'll go along with that. But what I'm saying is, if they were to bring in somebody else, he might turn around and go, I'm not going to get the minutes here. Like.
I completely. Do you know what? We saw Martin Zubimendi.
Right, so we're first game of the season, who are you playing in?
Martin Zubimendi.
In place of who?
No.
In place of who?
Okay.
In place of who?
You got him now. He's playing in the 6, mate.
What, instead of Declan Rice?
No, Declan Rice can play in the 8.
Right, so you're leaving out Miles Lewis-Skelly?
Miles Lewis-Skelly, he's there, mate. He's ready to go, mate. And listen, if Zubimendi...
No, so who are you leaving out?
Okay, right, it depends. Are we talking pre-season or start?
No, first game of the season. First game of the season. No, you're going to...
Okay, if Martin... No.
Everybody's fit. Everybody's fit. Don't start going on it.
If Martin Zubimendi has had the adequate rest that he needs to be back to the Martin Zubimendi that we signed last summer, he starts. Standard.
What, in front of who?
Miles Lewis-Skelly all day long.
Have you not watched Miles Lewis-Skelly in the last few games?
Miles Lewis-Skelly's going to get game time, and that's why we do not need to sign a midfielder in that position. And when people start talking about Tonali, I'm like, what are you smoking? We've got these 2 guys here who are phenomenal.
You're going to have to bring somebody else in, Martin.
Why?
You are.
Why?
Because you can't have 3 midfielders.
What about Miles Lewis-Skelly, mate? Where's he going to play then? When's he going to play then?
I don't care. Miles Lewis-Skelly at the moment is he's a level above Zubimendi.
I think.
I'm sorry.
No. Listen, I rate him. Like at the back end of the season when Zubimendi was absolutely shit. Like what we're seeing with Declan Rice now.
I get that. Shattered. I get what you're saying.
Martin Zubimendi was cooked. He was absolutely cooked.
But when he was on fire, he wasn't doing what.
Mate, when he was on fire, he was unreal, mate. Let's be honest, mate. He was scoring goals. He was controlling the midfield. He was moving the ball around. Martin Zubimendi was brilliant when he honestly. And we all said this. And I remember there's receipts online. Okay, everyone was like, "What a signing! 50 million quid."
I think he's quality.
Everyone usually saying it.
Listen, I am saying that I'm not.
It's a good argument.
It is a great argument. Yes. I'm a big Martin Zubimendi fan because for exactly what he's saying. Like, but we got a cup final. Like I'm playing Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Miles played well in the Champions League.
I
don't have a problem with Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly has done so well coming in. And what I'm saying is, we do not need Tonali when you've got players in that. We have 2 players in that number 6 role who are absolutely immense. Simple, but we need them both.
You did say we got a lot of games though. You did also say
a lot of games. We've only got 3 midfield. We're gonna player you're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna. He's Norgard. Like Norgard can come out of it. So if you're replacing a Norgard with a Tonali or something like that,
that's why you're not getting. He's not getting. Norgard's not getting games. It's because the midfield's full. And I'll tell you what, our midfield is solid for the next 2-3 seasons.
Listen, Marty, listen to yourself here. Like, you know what I mean? You've even got Declan Rice saying from January to now they've had to keep it quiet. That he's had injury problems.
Players get injuries, man.
Yeah, but you can't.
It's never going to not happen, is it?
You've got to play. Of course they do, but can't keep playing a player that's not fit.
Yeah, of course. So you need someone to sub him in. Okay, Norgard, bring him in.
Hold on a minute. Like Norgard was there, and they did. Even with Declan Rice,
you're talking about replacing Declan Rice. It's like back in the day, right? With Thierry Henry had a knock. You play him.
I think Miles Lewis-Skelly would do that now because I think what you could do is what you're saying is that Declan Rice can leave him out now, play Martin Zubimendi and play and rest. But there was a stage last season, like from January, they're not reluctant to do this.
I know. Everyone said you had to have Declan Rice.
You're going to be reluctant to leave Declan Rice on the bench. Of course you are. It's Declan Rice. He's that good. And that's like he was reluctant to not play Zubimendi because he's that good. And to be honest, I'd be reluctant not to play Miles Lewis-Skelly because he's that good. What we're seeing is a fantastic side, and we've got options there. And when, like I said, when people talk about Tonali, man, I'm like, mate, these guys are different. But that's my personal opinion.
Well, you don't think he's a good player?
Who, Tonali? He's a good player. He's a Premier League player, but I don't think he's good enough to be at this Arsenal side. No, I don't.
All right, let's put some cold water on the fire.
Let's not Cecil. Let's keep this going.
No,
That's interesting. It's an interesting debate.
It's good, Cecil.
It is. No,
I think we need somebody of that quality in another one. We need 4.
Another midfielder.
We need 4. That is my opinion.
These two get a bit of advice to him. Midfield.
I've missed the Invincibles. That's what it is.
No, this was a good debate. Let us know.
You look at the Invincibles. Look at the midfield player. There's loads of them. Gilberto, Edu, Vieira, Parla.
And they all played a part. They all played
their part. You know what I mean? So, you know,
all right, well,
let's not leave ourselves short.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments your thoughts around that.
And also, want to know, come on. You know what I mean? Like, how many Premier League players have won the league on loan? We've got 1.
I'm going to try. I'm going to
stick it in Google.
I'm going to chat GPT that straight off this.
Yeah.
It also kind of it does go off the back of if Norgard goes, Odegaard might be going. There's a whole conversation. We'll probably talk about that next week on talking transfers with Odegaard, who's his replacement, or if he does go, or if he's not. If he's
by the way, could I just say about Odegaard? I think he's been very impressive in the 2 Norway games that I've seen him.
Banging the drum and all that.
Great leader.
I like the way, but set up Haaland on more than one occasion.
That's true.
And he looks a little bit sharper. I don't know, like.
Well, maybe that's not that sounds harsh, a release being away from.
No, I think
but there's that plays into. Obviously, he was being benched for the back end of the season. I do still want to bring talking transfer to a close. There's something you wanted to.
Yeah, no, just quickly on that. Obviously, with the Jokeres, there was a massive thing when he came in. We were all excited, and all this weight was heaped onto him as you're our number 9, you're the Messiah, you're going to transform everything. And then obviously, he came and scored a few goals, and then Arsenal fans were like, Arsenal fans turned him. Now, if you're that guy, you go from that adulation, and listen, it's part and parcel of being a professional footballer, and you have got to be mentally strong. But then Arsenal fans are going, oh no, he's no good, and all of this. You're like, it's not going to really do that much for your confidence. But then through the back end, what I saw is a player that kind of got through that and dug his heels in and thought, you know what, I'm going to show people. And he got his goals. Like I said, you cannot grumble. I wouldn't even entertain getting rid of a player that scored me 21 goals in all competitions, especially in his first season. He has earned the right to go again next season.
Unless it's for Mbappe.
Unless it's for Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah.
Mbappe, and I'm sure. I think you both agree on that. Before we go, take off the hats of, I don't want to see Jokeres leave. How likely do you think the percentage in percent?
50-50.
Do you think, that
Jokeres goes?
I think it's 50-50.
Never going.
I think online it's starting to pick up pace. I think a lot of people are talking about it a lot more.
Listen, Mark, there's no smoke without fire. Something's been going on. You know what I mean?
And a lot, honestly, behind of Arsenal, we're talking about a lot of people are saying this is.
I'm not saying it's going
to happen, but it's picking up pace.
It's not. There's conversations that, you know what I mean, there's obviously had conversations. Whether they're right or wrong, there's been those conversations. So at the end of the day, if Arsenal sign I don't know, like if you're a Jokeres or whatever, if Arsenal go and sign somebody big, he might think to himself, look, I'm not going to get the much game time. Listen, I'm with Martin, I wouldn't do it.